my YouTube video. This video is long overdue. We have so much we need to catch up on. I'm excited to be able to sit and film this video so you can get the inside scoop of what the heck's been going on in my life. I thought this was gonna be best done in a Q&A box on Instagram, and then I also had you guys write in some questions on the last YouTube video, so let's just jump right in. Woosah. Let's just start with probably why everybody is watching this video and the most frequently asked question I get. Why am I no longer with sponsors? Why are you not doing any collab? Why do you not have any sponsors? Why did all of your sponsorships come to an end? Are you stepping away from gym and activewear content? Did you get a new job? Why did you leave your sponsor? Happy for you, but just really curious. Are you not working with Gymshark anymore? What brands are you now exploring? We want to know what's next for you. Are you not with any activewear brands? Why did you leave your supplement sponsor? Why did you pull back from so many sponsors? So curious what you're up to, what's going on. What are your future goals? There are so many questions around this. And look, there's not really a lot of tea when it comes to the answer to any of this. I'm really just trying to get pregnant. Honestly, like trying to get pregnant, IVF, all of it. That's what everything revolves around. Honestly, timing is a beautiful thing. As soon as my contracts were up, day after started my IVF cycle. It was perfect timing. It's difficult to handle change because I have been doing the same thing since I very first started on social media back in 2018. I have pretty much I've only worked with Gymshark, and so that was bittersweet. But at the same time, I look back and I'm like, I literally had the most incredible past 5 years, 7 years if you include when I very first started, but 5 years under contract with my dream brand. I have had incredible events, photo shoots, so many opportunities, so many connections, the whole family, all the friends I made. Like, it was such a beautiful and pivotal part of my life. And honestly, I signed before Vinny was even a year old. And I feel like his whole life I have been with Gymshark, and it's been the most amazing experience. I still love the brand. I just really believe in timing. And also what's difficult is with IVF, there are a lot of times when you're not able to work out. So I knew going into it, once I got the whole treatment plan, when you're doing shots and before you get retrieval and 2 weeks after, so that's a whole 4 week that you're not able to lift weights, really work out intensely or any of that. So I was like, okay, that's gonna be a whole nother month where I'm not gonna be able to work out. What do I do for a job? Work out, pretty much. So I was like, okay, I just didn't feel like I could do the best or be my best. Another thing is, before we do the transfer, I have to get my left fallopian tube out. That's gonna be another 6 weeks of not being able to work out, which is like, oh my gosh, pretty much for the rest of the year, like there's just this huge treatment plan. It's just not gonna be consistent with me in workouts. I'm gonna try my best. It's a little bit discouraging because I love the gym and I'm somebody who loves routine, but there are sacrifices that we have been wanting to make, and it is worth it to me, but I just knew that I couldn't be as dependable on these long-term brand partnerships. I just think about all of the great, amazing memories and times I've been able to have, and I just know it's time for the next chapter. And that doesn't mean I'm done. That doesn't mean I'm done. So, long-winded question. I just felt like I needed to start with that because that is pretty much what every single person's question was about. Rightfully so, because I have been with those brands for so long, especially Gymshark, that like, thank you all for shopping my link back when they had links, using my code, and you guys have supported me so much. Like, you have the right to know what the heck is going on. When it comes to my supplement sponsor, first of all, we need to rewind. Little key detail of this year of 2025. What happened in January? I broke my foot. I wasn't working out, so because I wasn't working out, I wasn't taking supplements. I hadn't taken them for about 4 months, and then in April when I get the news, okay, we're really trying again to get pregnant, we're gonna have to start IVF, I was like, you know what, I just think it was time. Parted ways. I hadn't been using them since I broke my foot, and as I'm getting back into the gym, I'm focusing on IVF, and I just want to not take supplements. That was just a personal decision I made. That's the tea that's not really tea, you guys. This all revolves around baby. Basically, it all revolves around trying to be pregnant. That's what's up with all the pullback. Somebody was like, why are you keeping it secret? I have not felt like hopeful to talk about IVF. You know, there's been a lot of uncertainty. I hadn't started yet. I didn't want to like, you know, mention it in April when I wasn't going to be starting until later in the year after all the tests and exams, and it is a very long process. Once I was in the thick of it, like I had been doing the shots, I could do them on myself. I think that was a huge comfort. Like, okay, this is really happening. It really wasn't a secret. I really have not felt comfortable enough to talk about IVF, but now I do, and I think that helps answer a lot of your guys' questions. This one says Edward or Jacob. Edward, duh. But like, I'm gonna say Conrad or Jeremiah. Conrad, are you kidding me?
Cake is my one thing, and you said each of us get one thing.
That wasn't even a question, but I need to know, are you Conrad or Jeremiah? Also, I have been loving the 3rd season so much that I read the book in 2 nights because I needed to know what happened. And the books are so good. Another question is, what happened to the podcast? Here's the thing. When I was in Michigan, I had an assistant. When I moved to Florida, again, we took a little bit of time off because it had been a nonstop grind for years and we were all burnt out. We moved here in summer. We really all took time off. Darian was out of school and he wasn't gonna start work for a few months, and I was like, you know what? I think we need some good family time. So I decided to put a pause on the podcast. I did try to restart it up. I was having a hard time getting guests, and then things just kind of happened. My intention, which I failed miserably at, was to just be extremely active on YouTube because I love YouTube. So I was like, that's it. I'm just gonna be so on it with YouTube to like help replace the podcast. But you know, I broke my foot and then all of my motivation went down and out the window. And then I've been starting this IVF journey and I've just been, I have sucked. But I do want to start it back up. I just need my girlies to be available. But you know, everybody's just busy, it's hard. Even though I like having guests on, do you guys care for guests as much? I feel like that's what kind of deterred it for me a little bit, was I wasn't able to get a lot of guests on, like I said. But if you guys don't mind just me chatting and coming up with topics and ideas, I can do that. Someone asked, are you guys still trying for another baby? Yes, absolutely. We've been not a day goes by that Vinny does not ask for a sibling. He wants a sibling so freaking bad, and so do we. So fingers crossed. What helped get you through your hardest trials? Definitely like my faith. I was thinking the other day, I'm like, oh my gosh, like how am I gonna pick myself up again after this? Something came up with our IVF journey. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, you guys, 30 minutes after I finally opened up about our IVF journey and put it on social media, we get a call that things are not going well and I have to go in for multiple appointments. And Darian and I were just like, are you kidding me? Like, we had finally started to feel hopeful. And I felt so hopeful, I was like, I'm gonna share about this, okay? I've been going through this, I'm ready to share, and I was feeling hopeful and excited, and then I get that news and I'm like, are you kidding me? I just cried for days, and it's probably why you saw me disappear from social media for a couple of days, because like these are very real emotions and I need a lot of time to process them. So I'm really sorry that I just disappeared sometimes. But so I was driving to the gym and I was just crying and like listening to all my sad music just to like get the emotions out. And I was sitting there thinking, like, I'm so tired of having to pick myself up again. Like, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna get back up after this? I was like, where am I going to get this strength to keep going? Especially after I had opened up online about this IVF journey. And the thought popped in my head and I felt like the most comfort, and it was like, God, you're gonna get your strength from God. You can't do it yourself. Rely on Him. He will give you your strength to be able to move on, and your hope to know that whatever happens is gonna be okay. And for me, that has just really been helpful during these years of uncertainty. A lot of times I'm like, why do we have to experience these? But I know that as I'm flipping that and realizing, okay, well, what can I learn? I've had so much growth, and I think that these challenges and trials are helping me grow into the type of person I need to be. And that's honestly what I believe. That's how I feel about this. And that's really helped me during difficult times. Are you going to collab on other podcasts? Okay, that would be fun. What's going on with podcast? We miss her. I know. You guys, I'm gonna try. Is the podcast coming back? I miss it so much. What have you been doing? Why are you so MIA? Why exactly have you been MIA? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I have been MIA. It's been a lot to process this year. I feel like it's been a lot to process for a long time, and I don't think I've been coping in the best way. I'm like a detacher, but I feel like at the beginning of the year is really when things just started tanking because I broke my foot, which was very discouraging, and then starting IVF, like just this whole process, it's just been a lot of ups and downs and like really low days of like learning certain news, and it's just been a lot. And my internal battle of just wanting to keep some of that private and not feeling ready to open up yet. Like I'm glad I'm finally able to open up now and feel so good about it, but I'm just sorry. I've been MIA. What other brands are you exploring right now? So this is actually really fun. And another question was like, do you feel free now that you don't have any sponsorships? And the answer is kind of yes. I love my sponsors. Seriously, there's no tea, there's no beef, nothing. I loved them. And I think it was perfect for the time being. It's kind of fun to, now that I've had time to process, to like turn a new leaf, work with other brands. Like if you guys remember, like I've worked with Nikon, I've worked with a bunch of other brands, and it was really fun. And this is the first time in my life I've been able to buy other activewear just to try, and that also has been really fun. So there are some good things that obviously have come out of this, even though I do miss it. Like I'm sad everyone's doing the Lift London right now, and I'm like, oh, that's gonna be so fun. Like I totally remember all of those events, and I remember Lift Manchester. Like it's been so much fun and such a good time, but I am looking forward to new brand collabs, like even in different aspects, like jewelry, sharing more of like, I don't know, I feel like because I've been so like honed in on just activewear and supplements, I'm like, I don't feel like I talk about like where anything else is, and I feel like I fail you a lot because you're like, where's your bedding from? Or where's your kitchen table? Or these plates? Like I feel like you guys want to know more of that, and I always fail, so I'm like, it'd be fun to open up and talk more about that and share just like everything that you guys want instead of just two specific things. I think that that's going to be really fun. And at some point, probably down the road, you know, maybe we'll figure out some other activewear brand that I like and want to partner with, short-term, long-term, I don't know. But I am excited to work with other companies and just kind of have some fun with it and get creative and think outside the box instead of doing the same thing I've been doing for a long time. Details on what's next for you. Still trying IVF. Would love to just have some fun with my content, get back to consistently posting, showing up. I've been showing up for myself, but I've not been showing up for you guys. So I need to start showing up for you guys better. Now that Vinny's in school, I have a lot more time, and I'd love to just like work with other brands, because it's always been so fun. Create a vision board and be like, oh, these are my dream brands I want to work with. These would be some great collabs. This is kind of what I want my content to look like. So it's gonna be really fun. I am still gonna be posting health and fitness, okay? Even though I might not be able to be in the gym all the time because I've got things going on health-wise, I still want to be health and fitness related. I will never leave that factor, because that is what I feel I'm so deeply rooted, connected to, especially like I'm trying to get pregnant. Of course, I'm trying to live my healthiest life for myself, for baby, eat well, get all the micro, macronutrients, and of course I want to be looking good. So, you know, I ain't leaving that. Even though I might be having to take some breaks from the gym for procedures or whatever it is. Missing Fun and Games podcast so much. Oh, you guys are so many about the podcast. I'm sorry. Do you have implants? Like teeth, boobs? No, neither. No. Although on some of the medication, my gosh, I'm like, oh, I feel like they're just giant now, and but they're going down now that a lot of the medication's weaning off. But yeah, that's a whole other topic. Like body image issues, I have been struggling as well. And I think that's another reason why I feel like I haven't been posting myself online, is because I haven't been feeling as confident in my skin. Obviously having to take 4 months off for a broken foot, and then starting these medications, I just don't feel like I look the best. I have actually been feeling really uncomfortable in my own skin. Been a lot of lots and lots of bloated days, especially on these meds. So it's fine, we're working through it, but But no, you're not the only one if you feel that way, and also giving myself grace, and we're pushing through. So now that your husband is working, is social media no longer a priority? Social media still is a priority. I love what I do. I love my job. I love connecting. There have been a lot of contributing factors to just this last year, like I've said, and also with like the break before school, like wanting to soak up as much time with Vinny, because with all of this infertility, part of me is like, okay, are these all my lasts? So I'm sitting there thinking to myself, is this my last summer with Vinny before school? We don't know if we're gonna be able to have another kid. So is this my last? It's been hard to juggle parenthood with social media. It's not a factor of Darian's working, I don't have to worry about it. It's more of my love for being a mom. And as Vinny gets older, and as I want to be a massive presence in his life when he is home, like I am not working. And it's been a balancing act for sure. But no, Darian and I both love to work, and now that Vinny is in school, like I have so much more time to work. I love it. That is not why I have been a little bit MIA. I am sorry. You have favorite new recipes that you've tried? Yes. Okay, 2 peas in their pod and Half Baked Harvest. They have so many good recipes that I have just been whipping up and loving. This one says, honestly, how are you? You've been through so much this year. I'm just checking in. Yeah. It has been difficult, but I'm in a really good place right now, which I'm grateful for. How tall are you? 5'2". Would you ever start your own workout brand? No. What's your favorite pre-workout and protein powder right now? I don't know. I have not taken anything since like January. Like it has been so long. How come you don't wear Gymshark anymore even though you're not sponsored? I do. I think in the last YouTube video I was wearing Gymshark. I have so much of their stuff. I'm gonna still wear it. And like all of Darian's clothes are Gymshark, so. But it is fun to like try other brands now. What are you currently reading? I'm still reading One Dark Window. On the girls' trip, the girls were like talking about having like a fall vibe, and I'm like, ooh, that would be fun to just read like fall vibey books. So I think that might be fun. One Dark Window is really good. And I did read the last book in summer. I Turned Pretty. Well, in 2 nights. I couldn't help it. I had to know what happened. Like we'd watch an episode and I'm like, that's it, I'm reading the book. So I'd stay up like an extra hour and read a bunch of chapters. How do you not get disappointed in yourself for not working out? I have no motivation. I don't know how to not get disappointed in yourself, because I get disappointed in myself. I feel like I have been letting myself down, and I know that if I'm letting myself down, I'm letting you guys down, and that's disappointing. Like I truly feel disappointed in myself for that. I know that there's been a lot going on, but I'm like, there will always be things going on. Why don't I just man up? Why don't I just keep trying? And it's hard not to be disappointed, I think. I'd love to know if you guys have any ideas. I will say at the end of the day, like having a why and having a reason why you want to do something, that is really one of the big pushers to get started. And then I know once I have that in a routine, once it's a habit, it's so much easier to keep it up. And then that's just second nature. That's just what I do. For me, it really is just a matter of trying to be consistent, even if like my heart isn't in it at first. And then slowly building up that rapport and that momentum. And then as I keep going, it slowly becomes a habit and part of my routine. And then it's just second nature. That's then when, it doesn't matter if you're motivated or not, it's part of your routine, you do it anyways. Not a cue, but I'm proud of you. Thank you. When are you gonna upload another program on your app? That's something my assistant also used to help me with, and I don't have her anymore. So, you know, I gotta figure some things out. I might need to hire some outside help so that I can be more productive myself and work on different things so that I can stay well-rounded and give you guys as much as I can. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. It means the most. I just love YouTube so much, and I love you guys, and hopefully that explains a lot more. Thank you for your support then and now. There is so much to look forward to in the future. I am nowhere close to being done. Vinny just got in school, and your girl has so much time on her hands. Yes, Vinny's absolutely loving school. So with that being said, I'll see you all in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.